Reading this week's chapter of Fairy Tail, when I first read it, I was a little bit worried and was scared that they're going to have Natsu fight Mard Geer all by himself because he's the only one left who hasn't had a fight yet. But then looking at the title, it says the last one-on-one. So that means after Urza versus Kyouka, there's no more one-on-one battles. It's all going to be like a team effort against probably Mard Geer and whatever powers he has, or maybe he'll summon an army, or maybe End will come. Who knows? I'm still maybe, or Luminous Story is still out there, so who knows? Maybe that'll be the one that defeats everything and kind of a Deus Ex Machina. But it's been built up enough that I can believe it, depending on what kind of power it is. But either way, this chapter started off strong and almost hilarious in a way, because there's only one demon left, and I don't remember his name. I'm just gonna call him the Wind Lion, because that's pretty much what he reminds me of. He's a lion who can control the wind. He was about to attack Gajeel, but then Gray comes up, and just stops him and tells Gajeel, hey, take this guy's blood to make an antidote for everyone's poison. And I like the way he said it, like, take this guy's blood, like he's already been defeated, he's already lost, but really he hasn't even done anything yet. And then they start fighting. It's really quick, he makes tornadoes, but Gray just freezes tornadoes, and then he just pretty much just freezes him while cutting him at the same time. Boom, done. In like 2 or 3 panels, done. And I liked how it probably insinuates how strong he's gotten now that he has Devil Slayer magic. Although you can say he learned it and was able to use it a little too quickly, but it made for a cool fight. A really small fight, but still a cool fight. And then he goes on to say this line, I'm going to destroy Tartarus. And I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Does that mean he plans on defeating Mard Geer all by himself now? Or is he going to destroy what's left of the Destroy Tartarus Guild? What does he mean by that line? It's a little cocky, and again, it worries me that Gray's going to try to take everything on by himself, and probably now with his new power, he might be able to do it. But then there's still Natsu who's unconscious, and it's just, there's so many things that can ruin this arc if it's just unbelievably cheesy, and I don't want that. I'm a bit scared, but I'm still hopeful that, because this arc has been going damn well, so hopefully it keeps going on this winning streak. But then finally they get to Urza finally finding the chairman, but it looks like the necromancer's control is still on him, but it's not really. It's being controlled by Sayla and her magic Macros. Apparently it's a magic that allows her to control people's bodies against their will. Maybe some kind of poisonous gas in the air that allows her to control them from a distance. Who knows? Maybe it's been explained in a previous chapter. I don't know. But then, she's knocked out. And then it's just Kyouka versus Urza. Now, when it came to Kyouka, I remember she was the one that tortured Urza, but I don't remember powers. I don't remember fighting ability or style. I mean, I almost didn't remember the face when they showed this panel with her face with Sayla. I'm sitting there like, who is she again? And that's kind of a bad sign, because it hasn't even been that long since she left or she was kind of knocked out by Urza. Or was it knocked out by, I think she was knocked out by Urza. It's hard to say. Again, that's kind of a bad sign when it's hard to remember one of the guild members that come in at the last minute to really make a presence. So hopefully next chapter with their fight against Urza, she'll make that impression that I can remember from long after this arc is over. But for now, I really don't remember her. She hasn't done much to impress me, and that needs to change quick, because she seems to be one of the strongest villains if she's gonna go against Urza and she's the last one-on-one battle. But either way, Face has been activated. All 3,000 faces are about to, destroy all the magic in the world. And Urza says that she's gonna stop Face. Now, she's probably already saying that just to, keep whatever hope they have left. But at the same time, I don't want it to be cockiness. Like, she actually believes she can destroy Face. Again, cockiness is good in a character, but if you have every single character saying it at the same time, it almost feels like some cheesy Deus Ex Machina, like we hold hands, all our power will be enough to block face. That's how it feels like. There's some things you don't gloat about or claim unless you actually have some kind of evidence to back yourself up. And right now, it doesn't look like any of the Fairy Tail members have any evidence to back up that they can destroy Face, other than Makarov with the Luminous Story. Because that's the only thing that they have, and he's one of, there's not that many people who actually know about it. I'm pretty sure Gray doesn't know about it, or even Urza. I think it's just Natsu and Lucy who know about it, and Happy. But really, right now, this is a great chapter. I mean, again, Gray versus that Wind Lion, quick, done, but still cool and badass. Now it's gonna be Urza versus Kyouka. Again, like I said, Kyouka better do something quick because I can't really remember who she is. And I like how this little scene with Kyouka and Sayla, when I guess Sayla is about to go unconscious, but before she does, she says, Kyouka, take what power I have left. I guess demons can do that. I don't know if they didn't before. But they have this nice little touching scene, almost as if they were the main characters we're supposed to sympathize with in any other story. If this was any other story, they're trying to return to the past, the place where they felt accepted and felt at home. So, but they can't time travel. So instead, they have to reshape the world to their liking. Now, in another story, they can be seen as these tragic anti-heroes. But because it's right now, there hasn't been that much expansion on the backstory of any of these demons. They're just a bunch of demons gathered to summon this stronger demon. It's hard to sympathize, but you almost get the feeling like you're supposed to sympathize at certain scenes with these characters, and it's hard to because we haven't been given time to go to know these villains. So that's really a weakness in this arc. The villains, and except for Mard Geer, he's been impressive, fighting capabilities wise, but as far as personality and backstory, none of them have really made an impression, and I want to feel like I can sympathize with these people. Like, I want to feel bad when they lose, but so far they haven't given me that. And this scene really showed me like there was supposed to be some hint of dignity and integrity amongst these people. Like, they really care for each other. While they might be cruel to other mortals, they themselves, they care for each other and are willing to protect each other, and are really just striving for a world where they no longer have to fight against the humans who fear them and are disgusted with them, even though they themselves could possibly pass off as looking as human, or maybe that's just they're not their true form. It's been hinted that demons can possess bodies, so maybe that's it. Maybe they really are hideous beasts and they're just inside human bodies. But either way, so far I want to know more about all these characters, especially the villains. Well, the villains are the only ones who have backstories for me to learn, because I feel like that's what there's something there to learn about them. So I'm hoping there's more backstory about that. Hopefully it's not ended so quickly in the next chapter, because you know how Urza fights goes. It's usually just fighting, clashing, and then Urza says, to protect my friends, I will call upon any kind of power within me, and boom, done. I really hope it goes on to, for a little bit, like maybe 2 or 3 chapters, maybe a flashback of Kyouka, of all the demons gathering together. They strive for peace amongst the humans, but they find that the humans can never like them, and they live lives in darkness and shadow and constantly fear of the humans turning against them. It turns them to Tartarus. Who knows? I mean, it just seems like they want to create a backstory for these people to sympathize with them before they lose, but they haven't been doing that lately. But either way, all that's left now is Mard Geer and Kyouka. I know Urza is probably going to be the one to beat Kyouka. But then, what about Mard Geer? Like I said, are they going to team up against him, or is Luminous Story going to be the one to take care of him? who knows? I mean, at this point, this arc really has me questioning how is it gonna end, and that's how most arcs should be. They should keep me surprised. But on some level, I'm also afraid that I know how it's gonna end. So there's that fear. But so far, this arc has been going pretty damn well, and I like where it's going. It's making me question a lot more than previous Fairy Tail chapters, and that's good. That's a good sign. So I can't wait until next week's chapter. Until then, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye bye.